Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the Thomas & Mack Center just off the Vegas Strip for tonight's main event. 10 rounds, light heavyweights, between these two great warriors. Roy Jones Jr. is making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory. He's making his way to the ring with a determined giddy-up in his step.
All right, guys, remember this. Obey my commands at all times. Now let's have a good, clean fight.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight.
How do you define consistency when you describe the fact that among this matchup you're looking for guys to be more consistent? Which guy's going to be more consistent? How do you define that?
Just in one area. When they get inside, for example, Joe, every once in a while somebody takes a little bit of a break. Yeah, there's working, but all of a sudden one guy's arm goes behind the other guy. I'm looking to see who keeps both hands free.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by the executioner. Roy Jones Jr. showing some defense with the blocks. Oh, and there you go. Roy Jones Jr.'s in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the way he's bubbling around this ring.
Well, he's got to stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
In and out, in and out.
Final 10 seconds of round number one. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. And this round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas ringside. I'm just looking up at the corner here at this guy that just got tagged, Teddy, this fighter who just got stunned. And I'm thinking, boy, it's like the air's come out of him a bit. He looks just so dejected now.
Yeah, you know, right now he's on the side of a mountain. You know, he's up on a cliff, and he needs a rope to get down. So that's what you got to do, Joe. You don't look and say, hey, he's up on a cliff. We know that. Give him a rope. Give him advice to get down.
Move more. You have to double the jab, all right? Look, he's timing you.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Roy Jones Jr. from Pensacola, Florida, where he grew up. A little bit of a country life out there, and he likes his fighting Gamecocks.
Yes, he does. And, you know, as crazy as this may sound, he says he learned something from them. He watches them fight, and he takes little moves and little tricks.
Oh! Roy Jones Jr.'s down and hurt. Jones goes down and is beating the count from the referee. Teddy, what should we be looking for here?
For a way to survive. Now, we've talked about how technically Jones does a lot of things wrong. There better be one thing he does right, and that's tie up.
I don't think that blood's going to be a big deal in terms of his vision. It's on the cheek. He just doesn't want any cut to worsen. End of this round. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. And now they got some work to do here. Their man was just dropped.
Yeah, the first thing is you put some cold water. You can't use that. You clear his head, and you tell him why he was dropped.
Listen, I'm not gonna stand here and watch you take those shots, you understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Well done that time, landing the counter punch. He missed with that headshot. Blocks the headshot. Good looking counter punch. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
And there he counters back against his opponent. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Blocks that punch. And now the blood coming from his nose. So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. And Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, you know, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and they learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part, to understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything, because you have to understand how a fighter's feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
Throws a counter punch there. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Roy Jones Jr. stunned, and he is hurt. So Roy is tagged there, and he's tying up.
You
No
know, Roy
holding.
loves to develop scenarios offensively, create right in front of you. Well, guess what? He's got to create a defensive scenario right now to get through this moment.
I've heard people say about Roy Jones Jr., no matter what sport he was going to apply himself to, he was going to be a pro. He was going to be successful. If he played football, this is a guy that could have been a great defensive back. If he had taken on baseball at a young age, he would have made the major leagues. We know what he would have done in basketball. He's an accomplished basketball player as it is. You agree with that?
Well, to a certain extent, I do, because obviously he has good athletic genes. He is an athlete. He's a guy that possesses really tremendous physical abilities. But his temperament, he's a guy who's confident. He's a guy that's stubborn, a guy that wants to prove you wrong and make himself right. He's a guy who's really determined to get his way.
Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Roy Jones Jr. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end, because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Keep certain, don't fight his fight. Jab him, jab him, jab him. Get on that. Get on that. Woo!
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy, because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Blocks the headshot. Just off the mark with that punch.
Keep working the body.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Final 10 seconds. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Come to the end of the round. Always interesting to see how things will play out in our fights. Teddy, it's always great anticipation when we come sit ringside and the build-up of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it is. And it's always great having a little electricity in the crowd. You know, it helps. I know it helps me with the broadcast to know that you have these passionate fans that are around.
You took a lot out of him that round. Keep that up. Let's get on that swelling. Get the compress on that.
Sixth round now underway. Let's see who can really come on here in the second half of this fight. Good block. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done. He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again. To beat the count. It'll go down as a knockout, Teddy.
Perfectly timed punch.
For the official particulars, let's send it up to the ring. He's your winner by knockout.
I feel like I just read a book. You know, I know a little bit more about this guy now.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm